Have you ever met someone who seems to feel the world in a way you can't fully explain? Someone who carries emotions like fragile glass, yet observes life with the clarity of a philosopher? This video begins with a truth almost everyone forgets. Some people aren't too sensitive. They're simply wired to experience reality on a deeper frequency. Their hearts don't just react. They absorb, interpret, and translate what others overlook. Imagine walking into a room and instantly sensing tension no one has spoken about. Imagine noticing the faint tremble in someone's voice before they break down. Imagine carrying the weight of beauty and pain with equal intensity. That's what it means to be a highly sensitive person. A rare blend of emotional intelligence, intuition, and depth. Philosophers like Rumi, Marcus Aurelius, and Lao Tzu believed sensitivity wasn't fragility, but a gateway to higher awareness. In this video, we follow a story, not just traits, a journey from perception to emotion, to empathy, to intuition, and finally to wisdom. Let's begin. 1. They notice what others overlook. The story begins with perception, the first superpower of a highly sensitive person. When they step into a moment, they don't just see what's obvious. They see what's hidden between the lines. A slight pause in conversation, a shift in body language, the way someone's eyes flicker when they're pretending to be okay. Most people move through life like a wide-angle lens. HSPs move like a zoomed-in frame, capturing every delicate detail. Aristotle once said, "The soul never thinks without an image," and this describes HSPs perfectly. Their minds collect impressions like brushstrokes in a painting. A scent reminds them of childhood. A stranger's sigh tells a whole emotional story. A subtle change in someone's tone becomes a signal most would miss. This heightened awareness is the foundation of the entire journey. It sets off everything that follows: deeper emotions, stronger intuition, profound empathy. Their sensitivity isn't random. It's rooted in how intensely they observe every corner of their world. But this gift is double-edged. The more they notice, the more they feel. And when perception becomes emotional contact, the next chapter begins. The chapter where small things become big waves. Here their emotions hit like waves. Because they see more, they feel more. And this is the second chapter in the story of a highly sensitive soul. Emotions for them aren't passing moods, they're full experiences. Joy isn't just pleasant, it's uplifting. Sadness isn't just discomfort, it's a weight. Even neutral moments can echo inside them longer than expected. Think of emotions as water. For most people, feelings ripple gently. This doesn't mean they are weak. It means their emotional landscape is more alive, more responsive, and more deeply tuned. Their perception fuels their feelings, and their feelings shape the next layer of sensitivity. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that our minds shape every experience, and in HSPs, the mind paints emotions vividly. A kind gesture can move them for days. Harsh words can linger like a bruise. Beauty brings tears. Pain brings reflection. This emotional intensity makes their inner world rich, but it also makes it vulnerable. And because their emotions move so deeply, they become open to something else entirely, the energy around them. That is where the next chapter begins. 3. They absorb energy from their surroundings. Here, the story turns outward. A highly sensitive person doesn't only carry their emotions, they often carry the emotions of everyone around them. They walk into a room and instantly sense whether the air is warm with kindness or heavy with tension. It's not magic, it's sensitivity sharpened by awareness. Confucius said harmony creates ease and disorder creates discomfort. HSPs experience this principle more intensely than most. A chaotic environment can drain them quickly. Loud arguments, emotional conflict, or rushed spaces feel like storms hitting their nervous system. Meanwhile, peaceful settings restore them like sunlight on cold skin. They don't choose to absorb energy. It simply happens. The emotional waves from the previous chapter blend with the energies they encounter, making their inner world reflect their surroundings. This ability makes them compassionate, but also easily overwhelmed. Yet this sensitivity to energy prepares them for the next and most misunderstood ability. Empathy so strong, it often feels like intuition. Their story now shifts from sensing the atmosphere to sensing people, deeply, instinctively, and often before any words are spoken. Chapter 4. Their empathy is almost psychic. Once they absorb emotional energy, something unusual happens. They begin to understand people at a level that feels almost supernatural. Highly sensitive people don't just observe sadness, they feel it. They don't just hear frustration, they sense the wound beneath it. Their empathy acts like an invisible antenna tuned to emotional truth. Rumi taught that hearts can speak without words, and that's how HSPs interact with the world. They can sit beside someone who's smiling and still sense the grief beneath the surface. They can detect sincerity, dishonesty, affection, or distance long before it becomes obvious. This empathy becomes a guiding force, a compass for relationships, decisions, and emotional safety. But this gift also carries a burden, understanding emotions that others hide, deny, or avoid. They can see the truth behind masks, the cracks behind confidence, the longing behind silence. Because of this, they often become emotional caretakers, the friend people confide in, the partner who just gets it. But carrying so many inner truths leads them to the final chapter of the story, the need to protect themselves through intentional solitude. 5. They retreat to protect their inner world. The story ends not in exhaustion, but in wisdom. After noticing everything, feeling deeply, absorbing energies, and understanding the emotional truths of others, highly sensitive people need something essential: solitude. Not isolation, but space to breathe, reset, and return to themselves. Seneca taught that silence and solitude strengthen the mind, and HSPs live this truth naturally. They retreat not because they're tired of people, but because they've spent so much time carrying the visible and invisible weight of the world. Their alone time becomes a sanctuary, a place where they can organize their thoughts, soothe their emotions, and cleanse the energies they've picked up. In this quiet, they reconnect with their authenticity. They reflect, create, think deeply, and restore their emotional balance. Solitude becomes the final chapter because it's where everything they've experienced integrates into wisdom. They're not dramatic, they're not fragile, they're simply tuned to a different frequency, one that requires moments of calm to stay clear, strong, and grounded. And in these moments of retreat, their sensitivity transforms into strength.